All right, yo, what is up, guys? It's LogicLookss, and today we got a banger for you guys, man. I'm gonna show you how we basically made 2 million, I should say upwards of 2 million MT in less than a couple of weeks. Definitely stay tuned. You know, this video might help you out in a lot of ways. Plus, you'll see my progress through it. You'll see what I did to make MT, and you guys could use the same tips if you actually watch this video. So stay tuned, man. You do not want to miss it. I'm going to show you guys everything, every single last thing I did to actually make this MT, and basically how I built myself a God Squad and have 1.4 million MT left over to do whatever I want with in less than 2 weeks of time. So we're going to get right into it, man. I'm excited to show you guys the process. Without further ado, man, let's go. Okay, guys, before we get into this video, really quickly, go down below and smack that like button. If this video, I know it's going to be a big goal, but if this video gets to 250 likes, we will do a snipe challenge against the person that you guys want to see it against. So you guys comment whoever you want to see me do a snipe challenge against. It could be anybody in the community. I will message them and let them know and see if they want to do one. So just comment down below. The comment with the most likes is the person I will hit up and see if they want to do a snipe challenge. But we got to get this video for 250 likes for that to be possible. So hit that like button right now, man, without further ado. And hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel. We are now on the road to, I believe, 27k. Actually, I should say 28k. Wow, we literally hit 27k. That's crazy. So hit that sub button if you are new, man. We're gonna get into this video. I'm gonna show you guys the filters I used, what I sniped, who I bought, and what my team is looking like. I'm excited, man. Let's get into it, man. Let's go. Okay, guys, so first things first, man. You guys might be asking, Logic, how much MT did you actually start with before you got yourself upwards of 2 million? I started with exactly, and you guys can go fact check this if you want, I started with exactly 110,580 MT, man. It's as simple as that. This was about 2 weeks ago. You guys can check the video out. It was I believe Snipes episode 21. Go check that out. See how much MT we had. That is exactly how much MT we had, man. Which is not a lot of MT to start with. You know, any of you guys could have, you know, around 100,000 MT with no problem. So, you know, if you're trying to do the steps I'm doing, this is how much I started with, and we're basically going to get into the snipes. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do it, but this is how much I started with. You guys will see a screenshot up on the screen. This was exactly, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, about 15 days ago, which is around 2 weeks. And honestly, bro, I didn't play the game a couple of those days because I was, of course, away, and, you know, Christmas, New Year's, all that stuff. So basically, in 2 weeks, I made over 2 million MT, and I'm going to show you guys how I did it right now. I'm going to show you guys basically one part of it. One part of it was sniping, and the second part of my MT making was, you know, a little bit of a different thing that I've been doing this year that I might have not put in the videos as much, but I will show you guys how I made that part of my MT as well. But the first part, man, is the best part. You guys already know the vibes, man. We're going to show you guys what I sniped. I sniped a ton of things, man. I'm going to go through them all right here. So let's get into the snipes, man. Let's go. Okay, guys, so these snipes are not going to come in any specific order or anything like that. I'm just going to, you know, throw them up kind of as we go, and I'm going to talk about them. So obviously, as you guys know, a major part of this MT was made through sniping new players. I always recommend, man, as soon as packs drop, the first couple of days, all you want to focus on sniping is those new players if you have the MT, and all you really need is 100,000 to get some of the more expensive players. So that's exactly what I did, man. You guys know Pink Diamond Gilbert and Pink Diamond Bob Pettit came in the game, and both of them were, you know, very expensive. For example, Gilbert was around like 400 to 300k at the time that I was sniping them, and honestly, I've had a lot of success selling them at like 300 minimum, and I sold one Gilbert for 400k and above, which was pretty crazy. He didn't even have a contract or shoe on him or nothing. But we're gonna get right into the snipes. The very first snipe of this video is very simply a nice little Gilbert Arenas for 100,000. Now, I did say these are not in order in what, you know, any manner, so we're just gonna fly through them kind of. I'm just gonna go through the snipes and talk about how much MT I made on them as well. So the first one, Pink Diamond Gilbert. This is the first Gilbert I snipe, I believe. I had 1.1 million MT in this, you know, picture, but you guys again should know it is not in order, so this is not where we started from. But Pink Diamond Gilbert Arenas, not a bad pickup for 100k. I believe I sold them for at least 300,000, which is 200k profit right there. We got this Jason Terry. Now, this isn't really a snipe. Another part of this video is, you know, how many players I bought. Within these past couple of weeks, I have bought more players than I ever have bought. And if you guys take a look at my team right now, man, you guys can see it has changed drastically. And this team right here is looking really good. You know, I bought in a ton of players for my collection. Done collections, got tokens as well. So we're going to talk about all that. But this Jason Terry right here for 40,000 is, you know, not too bad right there. You know, not really a snipe, but more of a pickup. So 40,000 MT right there. Then we got a Bob Pettit for 100,000 MT. I ended up keeping him. At least this one I did, because I did need him for the collection. Again, if you guys did not know, I did complete the collection, man, for Bill Russell. And honestly, you know, people would say, oh, you're gonna regret it. To be completely honest with you guys, I'm not really regretting it as of right now. And the collection only cost me like 300k, so I can't really complain. We got another Gilbert for 100,000 MT. As you guys can see on your screen, I got a ton of Gilberts. So you guys, you know, to those of you guys that follow me on Twitter, I apologize because I already posted them all here. But hey, it is what it is. Another Gilbert for 100k. Another Bob Pettit for 100,000 MT. You know, we were winning, man. We were definitely getting a lot of snipes. And this was, by the way, on the Pink Diamond Southeast filter. So I was not mad at all about that, man, right there. We got a Gilbert for 50,000 MT, which was crazy. I think this is the cheapest Gilbert I got all week. So, you know, Gilbert for 50k, you really can't go wrong with that, man. That is a huge, huge profit. And I'm pretty sure this is the one that I actually kept for the collection. He is one of my favorite cards in the game, and a card I definitely recommend to you guys. Next card, again, another Gilbert, 100,000 MT. Simple. Another Bob Pettit for 100k. We got another Gilbert. This one was actually for 51,500 MT, and this one was on my like third refresh of the day, which was pretty insane luck. We got a Diamond DeMar for 93,000. Ended up selling him for around like 140, so cool little 40k profit after tax, not too bad. And those Gilberts, by the way, I profited at least 200k on each of them. And Bob Pettit, I profited around 50 to 75k on each of those guys as well. We got another Gilbert right here for 100,000, man. We were getting way too many Gilberts. Shit was disgusting, to be completely honest. But like I said, another Gilbert for 100,000. Then we actually bought Rajon Rondo Diamond for 70,000. So that's where a little bit of my MT went. You know, like I said, I was picking up cards as we went through this. So Rondo, 70k. Honestly, not complaining too much about that. Now, these snipes that you're going to see right here are kind of before the New Year's. So, you know, prices of these cards have gone down since, but I ended up selling them for a good, you know, decent amount. First one right here is a Gary Payton for 100k. Ended up selling him for around like 140, which isn't too bad, you know, considering it's a quick little snipe, man. No competition on that one. And like I said, man, they're not in order. So here's another Gilbert, man. This one's for 96,000. I was going insane sniping these Gilberts, man. I don't even understand how I got so many. It really doesn't make sense to me, but yo, I'm not complaining one bit. Don't get it twisted. We got another Gary Payton for 100,000. These were popping up really fast after, you know, the packs came out. I believe actually this was when Super Moments packs came out, so people were, you know, panicking, selling cards away, and I was picking up a ton of Gary Paytons and making a cool like 30 to 40k profit on them each and every single time. So I was not mad at all. This right here, I had to put this in, man. I got a Nets playbook for 250 MT, and honestly, bro, if you guys don't know, the Nets playbook is one of the best, and if you ever get it in a pack, please do not quick sell it. It actually goes for something. Next snap right here, this one was for the collection. Got myself a nice little Hidu for around 9,950 MT, not bad there. Got a DeAndre Ayton for 15k, again for the collection that I did complete. Now this right here is the DeMar DeRozan that I bought and I actually kept for my squad. He was actually 100,000, and I thought I overpaid for him. Good thing I got him, because now DeMar goes for a lot more, and he ended up rising in price instead of dropping, which was kind of weird to see. But you know, I'm glad I got my hands on a DeMar for 100k. This was probably, I think, during my live stream, and I'm kind of lucky I got it because auction house was terrible that day, man. Hopping into some diamonds, we got Kevin Love for 1,000. Back to the pink diamonds, a quick little AI. You guys already know, one of my favorite players of all time, Allen Iverson for 100,000. Only made like 20k on him, so not really too happy about that. We got a Yao Ming right here for 100k. Again, easy 40k profit. If you guys see a Yao Ming pop up, scoop it up, man. Easy 40k profit every time. Another Yao Ming, 100,000. Sold it again for like 150, 160. Quick, easy profit. Another Gary Payton. Now, this was when he was even more expensive, so I believe I got like 50, 60k profit out of him. And then this right here is my Tim Duncan snipe for 100,000 MT. This is when those super packs that were like 17,000 VC were in the market. So, you know, a lot of cards were going up for a snipe, and I was capitalizing on my chances then, especially during winter break, man. I spent a couple hours and I made 300,000-400,000 in a day, which was insane. Another Gary Payton, man. You guys are already tired of seeing the same snipe, so I'm going to try to speed it up here. And I'm sorry if this video kind of feels dragged on already. This is just a snipe portion. Stay tuned, because we'll be talking about the ways I use, and I'll be showing you guys the filters and everything like that. So there's Gary Payton for 100,000. Another Yao Ming for 100,000. This right here was, I believe, during my stream, I want to say. We got a D-Rose for 100,000 MT. He was going for like 400k. I did sell him. This was before the super packs dropped. Another Gary Payton for 100. This was the day of the super packs right here. Kobe Bean Bryant for 60,000 MT. Not bad at all. Actually, that screenshot, man, I had 1.5 million MT. So if I actually saved my MT and didn't actually add any cards to the collection, I could damn near be at like 3-4 million MT, because I opened up a lot of packs as well. We got a Christopher Boschosaurus right here for 100,000. Not bad at all. This is the only miss I'm gonna put in. By the way, you guys are only seeing the highlights and the stuff I'm getting. I'm telling you, man, I missed a shit ton of snipes as well, but this is the only one I'm gonna put in right here, man. This shit makes me depressed. Just take a look at your screen. Not gonna talk about it. You know, I'm over it. Not really, bro. Give me T-Mac back 2K. We got another Gary Payne, 100,000 MT, and that is finally it for all the snipes, man. I'm sorry that took a long time, but we got a ton of snipes, man. You guys saw it with your own eyes. We got an insane amount of snipes, and those snipes right there are only like 3/4 of where my MT came from. The other quarter of my MT is a method that I was using that I'm going to show you guys right now, and is a method that I definitely recommend to you guys out there that, you know, might not have enough MT to snipe, or might not have the luck or patience to snipe, you know, that can make you easy MT. So I'm going to show you guys the method. We're going to get into that, and then we're going to get into like the numbers and show you guys basically how much we made and how much we could have had, you know, if we actually never spent my MT, because I spent a ton of MT on new players, packs, and all that. So yeah, let's get into, you know, the other way I made my MT and show you guys basically a way that's not sniping to make MT very, very effectively. So guys, really quickly, you know, before we get into that method, TTO Online, again, is another great way to make MT. You know, you get packs, you get MT tokens and all that. I probably made around 100,000 in 2 weeks from that, you know, game mode and just playing it. So if you guys are really struggling, play some TTO, man. You know, if you spend like 4 hours a day doing that, which is a lot of time, don't get it twisted, you can make a nice little profit right there. So play some TTO, man. Definitely a great way to make MT, where probably 100,000 of my MT came from, so not too bad right there. But getting into the other method, man, it is Evos, bro. Now honestly, I could have used this even more, but I'm telling you right now, Evos made me so much MT, it was disgusting. And it was mainly off this man right here, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, DeMar DeRozan, man. I'm telling you right now, a lot of people will say no, but I'm telling you, man, when he came out, I was on the filter like this. I searched up DeMar DeRozan, whatever. You know, I was just trying to snipe DeMar specifically, and I made sure to have it on diamond, and it was for a good reason. As you guys can see the market right now, there's not a lot of DeMars up, which is kind of crazy. But, you know, back then, they were kind of going up for snipes every couple minutes. So what I would do is go diamond DeMar DeRozan, or I would just, you know, put it on DeMar DeRozan, and then flip it over to the New Year's resolution packs, and try to snipe one. Now, when I sniped one, bro, I would not sell it right away. So I was getting a ton of diamond DeMars, and I would not sell them. What I would do is add them to my collection, and then go to their Evo. And DeMar's Evo is super easy. All you got to do is hit, I believe, 30 3-pointers or like 20 or something like that. And you could easily do that in one game, which took 25 to 30 minutes. So what I would do is go into single player domination after I snipe my DeMar. So take it in. I got a DeMar for 100,000, let's just say. I went into TTO, spent 25 minutes to evolve him, evolved him to a pink diamond, and I sold him for at least 180k. I did this a couple times. I reused and recycled this method and made a decent amount of MT. I would say around 300,000 just from doing DeMar DeRozan Evos. This is what I'm saying to you guys, man. You know, sniping is not the only way. By the way, I did not have to snipe him because his diamond was going for like 130 at the time. You could have picked that up, you know, evoed it and sold it for more. But obviously, if you snipe him, you'll make even more profit by doing the Evo. You can also do it with Bob Pettit. You know, I didn't really do it with him. DeMar is the main one I did it with, and probably the only one I did it with. DeAndre Ayton worked great at the very beginning of packs. Then it kind of died out, so I kind of stopped. Hiru's another one. I only did it once, though, because the steals were absolutely AIDS, and it took way too long. So, you know, try to find an efficient player you could Evo. And when you find that player, make sure he's new, you know, from new packs. And make sure, you know, he's kind of like a good player. Make sure people want the card. Don't be evoing somebody that nobody wants. So DeRozan, people wanted him. I took advantage, bought him for 100,000, ended up, you know, flipping him for 180, sometimes even 190 to 200k on the first day, just by spending 25 minutes to evolve him after I sniped him. And I'm telling you, man, if you guys were sniping DeMar when he first came out, you would know that he would drop on the filter every like 5-6 minutes. So I was just getting a ton of them, you know, making a ton of profit this way too. So I guess this method kind of combines sniping and evolving cards in a way. But you know, in my opinion, man, this might even be better than sniping in some cases, especially if you do not have the patience or the skill to snipe. So give this, you know, method I go us. Wait, what the bro? I cannot even speak English. Just don't flame. You know what? Matter of fact, go flame me in the comment section, please. I can't speak English. What I was trying to say is go give this method a go. You know, try it out. Don't do it right now because there's not that many cards you could do it with. Nobody really wants, you know, an evoed out Kenyon Martin. You might be able to do it, but it takes a lot of grinding. Try to find a card with an easy evo, especially for the future. If 2K keeps doing these easy evolutions, you can make a lot of profit just by doing them. So definitely stay tuned for the future and all the new packs. And when, you know, it does happen, I will let you guys know in a video on who to evolve, because that's what I usually do. I usually drop filters. From now on, I'm also going to let you guys know who to evolve if you didn't already know. So yeah, that was the second way I made my MT, man. So I guess sniping, TTO, and this evolution method, MT making method combined, I would say made me over 2.5 million MT. I know this title says 2 million MT, but I'm telling you, man, 2.5 million MT is probably what it made me. Maybe even upwards of 3 million MT. Considering I spent a ton on packs, I am addicted to packs. You guys know that. I love ripping packs for some reason. And if you guys have been in my streams, man, you guys will see me rip through a ton of packs for no reason and just waste my MT. So, like I said, man, if we combine the MT I spend on packs, which is around at least 500,000 MT, and, you know, on top of that, combine how much players I bought, because if we take a look, man, you know, the players I bought, I'll show you guys here in a second. I have bought at least 1 million MT worth of players. So we're just going to go through my lineup really quickly. We bought Gilbert Arenas. We actually sniped him, added him to the collection for only 100,000, so that's not too bad. Same with DeMar, so that's 200,000 right there. You know, Bill Russell, we're not going to get into him, but let's just say the rest of the set cost us like 150k, so that's 350k. Hakeem is from packs, only spent like 100k on packs, to be honest, like yesterday, so 450k. John Stockton 50k, 500k. Paul George was only 20k, you know, so not too bad on that part, I guess. We're not even going to include him, he's too cheap to include. Chris Bosh 100k, so 600k. Yao Ming 100, 700. Lamar Odom 50k, 750. Bob Pettit again, we all already counted in this Bill Russell, so 750k already. This Jimmy Butler cost me around like 50k. I want to say I sniped him when the super packs came out, because I did sell my old one, so around 800k on that. And then we bought Nate Thurman for 20k, David Thompson for like 18k, which is not too bad, maybe 20k, so that's 40k. You know, Rolando Blackman for 30k, that's like what, 70k, and Bernard King for 30k, which is 100k. That's 900k right there. This Rondo was 70, which is 970,000 MT. Rashard Lewis was at least like 40 or 50 MT, 50k MT, I should say. So it's like 1,020,000 MT. Who else did we buy? We didn't really buy anybody else too significant. We're not gonna get into it. This Kobe was 60k. We spent about 1.1 million. 1.1 million MT on players, plus the 500,000 we spent on packs. 1.6 million MT I spent, and I still have 1.4 million MT left, which means we made about 3 million MT in less than 2 weeks of, you know, sniping and doing other methods as well to try and stack up on MT. And I'm telling you right now, if you guys aren't convinced by my methods, man, I don't know what to tell you. A lot of people are profiting. You guys can know in the comment section. People will literally say they've made a ton of MT from my methods. And by the way, man, we're going to show you guys 3 of the main filters I did use right now. So we're going to get into the filters. You know, I apologize if this video is kind of jam-packed. I just wanted to show you guys the raw of how I actually make my MT and how you can make this MT too, bro. Don't get it twisted. You can do the same thing I do. All it takes is patience. And yeah. Okay, guys, so the first method isn't really a filter, but what I did, man, when new players come out, I always try to target them. So for example, when this DeMar DeRozan came out, like I said, I searched him up by his name and try to snipe him by, you know, using his name, which is what I would recommend you guys do as well. You know, it's probably the easiest way to make MT. Snipe some of these players that actually have value. Same with Hidu Turkoglu. I sniped a lot of him, and, you know, was able to make profits off him just by searching his name. So the first, I guess you would say, filter is just name search expensive players that you could buy, especially when packs first come out, man. Friday, you know, packs are probably going to come out. Try to snipe some of the new players from there and make your MT, especially when packs first come out. You definitely want to be on those filters. And, you know, even if it's just one player that you're going to snipe, you can make a ton just by targeting that one player that people out there might not tend to target. So, you know, try not to find the most hyped up player, but a player that still goes for a lot, that you can snipe for cheap and flip for a quick profit. So that's method number 1. Method number 2, and I have to attribute my success to this right here, man. I made most of my MT from this filter. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. You guys saw how many, all from this very filter right here, man. Pink Diamond, Southeast for division, and then I put my minimum buyout on 500. If you guys want to know who's on this filter, we got Gilbert, we got Bob Pettit, And Tracy McGrady's also on this filter. I never personally saw T-Mac, but you know, people out there have sniped T-Mac on this filter, so give this filter a go. You know, it's still usable. You know, these Gilbert packs are still here for, I believe, another like day or two, so use it while you still can. Try to get yourself a Gilbert because he still goes for quite a lot of MT, and if you can make that profit off of one snipe, you definitely can't go wrong with it. Again, it might not be as consistent as it was before because, you know, I did it when packs first came out, but as you guys can see, man, you're gonna make 200k MT a pop, so definitely worth it right there, man. I made at least like 600,000 off the Gilbert filter, which is just mind-blowing to me. So that's definitely the second filter I use the most. And the third filter, I guess I would say I use the most. Honestly, let me think about this because I don't want to mess around and give you guys one of my secret filters. So guys, like I said, man, the first filter was targeting players. I made it at least like $500,000 off that, and I will just say, you know, $500,000 off the Southeast filter, so that's like $1 million combined. The other $1 million or so from just sniping, you know, not counting the Evo part of it, just came from, honestly, basically just, you know, chilling out and sniping specific players. I'm telling you, man, specific players is another great one. And another great one, man, you know, I'm gonna have to admit, is just going through these sets. So what I did, you know, Flash set has Chris Bosh, right? So what I would personally do, put it on 500 MT minimum buyout, hit search, and I would just kind of scroll through the sets in a way, not glitch, because glitch is Ben Simmons. You would just scroll through the sets. You know, we got some of these spotlight sets. Sniping spotlight sets is definitely a smart thing to do right now. Actually, at this current moment, the best way to make MT, in my opinion, and the way that I'm going to be using when I need more MT, right now I'm chilling, so I'm not really going to be sniping too much, is try to snipe this Hakeem Elijah one. He's like 300k. You know, all you got to do to snipe him is go pink diamond, spotlight Jason Kidd, and just keep refreshing it. That's what I was doing, man. I was targeting spotlight players and also targeting other collections that went for a lot, like flash packs, trying to get that Chris Bosh. Same with Prime Series 1. That made me a ton of MT, as you guys saw those D-Rose snipes and those, you know, Tim Duncan snipes that I had in there. So those filters right there, man, helped me out to make all this MT. And honestly, anybody can do this, man. I might even start a series where I try to go on a subscriber's account and maybe make him as much MT as I can in a week, but I'm not really sure if I want to do that. It'll be like a whole episode. I'm not sure if I want to do that. We'll see what happens, but like I said, man, we might do it later on in the year, so definitely stay tuned for that. That will be definitely interesting to see if I could get a subscriber to 1 million MT within a week of grinding on his account. That would be pretty dope in my opinion, so I might have to do that for the future. Definitely stay tuned. Something you do not want to miss. Make sure you are subscribed down below so you don't miss it, and have those notifications on so you don't miss my latest videos, man. But honestly, I think that's pretty much it for today's video. It was kind of me talking through how I made my MT, and I hope you guys did enjoy it, man. You know, I definitely wanted to make a video like this for a long time now, and I felt like, yo, it was time to make it. Okay, a lot of you guys were asking me, yo, how do I get 1.5 million MT? How do you have so much MT? How is this? How is that? Well, this is how I did it. This is a full breakdown. It does not get easier than this. Follow the steps. Follow the filters. If something is confusing, please leave a question in the comment section or hit me up on Twitter at LogicLookss, and I can help you guys out with a couple things. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. If you guys enjoyed it, like I said, man, go down below, smack that like button. 250 likes and we will do a snipe challenge against somebody that you guys recommend to me in the community. I'm definitely down to do that. Had a lot of fun doing those last year, and it's time to bring them back this year. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, join the crew. We are on the road to 28k, like I said, man, which is insane to say. Like, it really feels like we just hit 25k. We're already at 27. So shout out to you guys for helping me get there. Road to 100k this year. And turn on those notifications so you don't miss tonight's stream. And I might be dropping a later video in the evening, so stay tuned for that. But I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great day. Stay blessed. I'll catch you, man. Peace.
Man, I got the cash flow, you can't stop it. When I spit that cash, it's a profit. Bars hitting like a sniper like I'm Logic. They say good looks, but the looks ain't popping. Up, down, that's a fatality. Up, down on your bitch while you staying